Alright, war table, roots, farming in a group, as promised after the hotfix. There it is. You don't want to have any additional mobs, so no bosses, no invasion, no nemesis, no butchers, no nothing. You want the least amount of mobs in the dungeon as possible. How it works is you cycle your war plans. It's basically whatever player gets in first in the instance applies his war table. That's what you want to do. You want to cycle. So once you did the thing right, you all TP out and the next player goes in. We'll just demonstrate this. We have one setup right here. So I'm going to go in first. So now I'm in the instance. I'm alone in the instance. So my war table applies. Now the second player is gonna come in here. Now he's in here, but only my war table applies. So there's 3 bosses right here, which we pre-spawned. That is what you should do. You should pre-spawn the bosses. You should not pre-plant and then click the shrine and then click 5 roots. Always pre-plant X amount of bosses. You should watch the other video, which explains method 2 for the roots. And you'll see. You got a TP to me. You got to start from the bottom here and then go up here and then up there. Okay. So yeah, we'll start. I'm gonna click the shrine. Start killing the bosses. So those 3 bosses. You don't want to overdo this. If you overdo it, it's gonna be problematic. You'll see why. Yeah, don't overdo it. 3 is totally fine. 4 and 5 should work, but it depends on how many dupes you get. You will crash the instance. So no dupes, which is fine. So there was 1, 2, 3, 4. There was 1 dupe, so that is okay. Now we're gonna set the bosses here somewhere where they do not interfere with the rest of the shrines. We're gonna leave them here once they spawned, and we're gonna leave the instance. Both of us gonna leave the instance. Gonna go back to town. Yeah, you gotta kill the small mobs here if the bosses don't spawn. You gotta make sure that the bosses spawn. You need to see the boss spawns before you leave the instance. So now there's no one in the instance, meaning that no war table is active. And what you're gonna do now is the other player that hasn't used up his war table and hasn't clicked any shrines will go in. And then I, who already used up his war table, will join. You're in, right? Yeah, okay. So now his war table applies. And now you basically repeat the thing and do it again, just the other way around. From right to left, from left to right. And that's how you duplicate. Well, I mean duplicate, quadruple, quintuple the bosses, because each one of those bosses now has a chance again to duplicate each time it gets killed, and that scales exponentially, so that's why you don't want to overdo it. If you reach 15, 18, 20 bosses, as soon as you try to leave the instance, you basically crash. There is no way it's gonna survive after 25 bosses. We haven't been able to get there. We did it once and we don't know how to recreate it yet, but yeah, I think that's like dungeon and latency and loot on the ground dependent. There's many factors, and also which type of boss you get, because the ones that spawns the swords is problematic. We think it is. And that's how you properly farm it in a group. Now what you can do is put them away, lock on a second character, and repeat it. Because it is character specific. Even if you have an old character, you can still do it. But you will not get the chance to do that, because there will be too many bosses and you will crash. And there it is. With about 5 to 6 to 7 routes, this is the result. A full inventory of boxes plus the ones we had before, so yeah, there we go. You want to really make sure not to plant more than 2 bosses in a 3-man party and 1 boss in a 4-man party. If you do more, you will crash. You will waste your time, you will waste your routes, your loot will disappear, and yeah, there you go. That's the trees. Again, have a look at it, copy it, try to kill as many things as possible, try to loot as many things as possible. You want to have the least amount of loot in the instance, because that will increase your latency, and once you get past 100 ms, it's going to be problematic and it risks to just, crash the instance. Yeah, that's it. If you want to know the mechanics of how it's done initially, there is another video which explains the pre-planting, and that's it. Now enjoy and have fun crashing the servers.